Hi everyone, Angie here, coming on to do a make with you guys. I had some leftover strips of some deli paper, and I've been sitting on them trying to think of what I can do with them. And they're these little here, and I saw, I don't remember whose channel it was. I've seen it on a few different channels of where I think it was Gail Agostinelli's, because I watch her channel very regularly, where they make their own DIY washi tape, and like I don't know what she called it actually. I guess I should have looked before I turned the. If I remember, I will put it down in this description box. But where they use strips of like vellum, and they do their own like washi tape, where they just do little tearaways. Well, I want to do the same concept, but what I thought what I would do was make mine more in like a booklet form. So I'm calling mine Tearaway Paper Clusters Booklet. Okay, so I got a prototype. I made one here, and this one's a very slender one. It is 8 inches by 1.5. Okay, and it's kind of like a matchbook type booklet, and it's got a belly band closure. And the only reason I did a belly band is because of the length, and it really doesn't need it, because it's, like I said, it's got like a matchbook closure on there. But as you can see, it's kind of like pillowy, if you will. So I thought I'd just add an extra little bit of prettiness and put a belly band closure on there. And I thought that added to the cuteness of the project. So anyway, there's that. And then when you open it up, we've got our Tearaway paper clusters, okay? And they're just put down. You just use anywhere from, keeping it really simple, anywhere from maybe 3 to 5 little bits and pieces, great for scraps. And you just make your little clusters, put them in about 2-inch segments. And I just separated them using a small little dash lines with a white colored pencil. You don't even really need to do that. And I put 3 to a strip, and the amount of strips on a booklet is totally up to you. On this one, I did 4 strips. So you get a total of 12 clusters in this booklet. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3. And I just did, like I said, anywhere about 5 little different pieces on each cluster. I added a word, a little focal element of some sort, maybe a little floral element, a little butterfly, and then other little scraps. Okay, so there's the first 3. And then you would just simply tear it away and put it down on your project. Okay, there's the second one. And you got that fun crinkle using the deli paper. We love that. There's the third one. And the fourth one. Okay, isn't that cute? And it's narrow enough to where you can just stick it into a side tuck or a pocket and tuck it away into a, in a spot in a pocket where it can just be off to the side, in an addition behind a tag or something. Any way you want to use it. You can clip it in with a paper clip on the edge of a page. Great addition to any page on a journal, in a journal. Okay, so I thought we would make one together. Okay, and like I said, I'm calling this just my Tearaway Paper Clusters notepad. Okay, so we're going to put that aside. And this one's kind of, I guess you would call this botanical themed. And I thought we'd just do the same one, kind of the same way. I'm going to be using more of the same papers and the same pieces. And this was 8.5 by 11 digital. And I just tore that right off. This is a pretty digital that I got from a Facebook group that I'm on. And then like once a month they give you like a free digital page or 2. And these are the ones that I got. And this has been some time. I want to say I probably got this probably last year, maybe even. I don't remember the month. But they give you like a free digital for being in the group. And I thought that was really pretty. So So I thought we would use that. And the group on there, if you want to check it out, I think it is Junk Journal Inspirations. Okay, very fun, very nice group. I'll give you some nice freebies and nice projects, a lot of good crafters going on. Okay, so I've got all my little elements here for us to work with. I've pulled out all kinds of just small bits to work with. Got some butterflies here, some little fussy cut butterflies, a whole bunch of different butterflies. I've got some labels. Even on this one, I brought in a few. I had some small little fussy cut birds. Thought maybe we could use a few birds. I've got some number elements, some specimen labels, and just things like that. And then we'll just be using some scraps, whether they be book page, dictionary page. I have some strips. And this is another thing. I had cut these into strips. These were from my jelly prints. This would be great because you've got a lot of very good texture in different colors. That would be perfect for a project like this, I think. So, you know, use something like that. Pull out your jelly prints. That would be really great to use. And then also, just recently, another challenge that I'm involved in, doing the hashtag full deck challenge 2, hosted by Shanuki Arts. Last week, one of the prompts was using happy scraps. Okay, and she got the idea from Louise Heinzel on Louise Heinzel's channel, which I didn't know at that time what happy scraps were. Well, let me tell you, they are definitely happy. I had to make some, and if I have my video from last week's process on week number 5 for the hashtag full deck challenge on that card number 5, if you want to check that out. But look at this. It may look like a mess, but let me tell you, these are happy scraps. All you do is you just take all your scrap paper, just bits and pieces, throw them into a little bit of a bin, dump your papers in there, splatter different colors of paints, whether they be acrylics, craft paint. You can use your sprays, your glitters, your glitter paints, your mists, your misters, any type of things like that, and just mix them around. And all I did, some use boxes, whatever. This is just what I used. I had a little plastic tub, and I just shook it around and got them good and saturated. Then I went in with the next color. I did the same thing, got them good and saturated, let it dry, and I did that with about 7 different colors. And this is what I've got. And they're happy scraps. Let me tell you, they are so cool. They really make you happy when you're working with them. And you just want to kind of keep an eye on them because a few of them started sticking together. Like, see this one? If you don't kind of give them a good shake and check on them every now and then, they kind of get stuck together. So like that one. But all you got to do is just tear it away. That's all. So I do 1 or 2 colors, give them a good shake, and let that dry, and then I do with another couple more colors, give them a good shake and let them dry. So we'll be using some of these elements, some of these papers, and there's all different types of papers in there. I've got corrugated paper, I've got book page, I've got scrapbook paper, I've got, look at this. It doesn't look like much, but when you put it down on a project and include it in your projects, it adds such beauty. This is sewing pattern paper. There's deli paper in there. This is, I think that's coffee dyed paper. This is just white colored craft paper. This is some deli paper. And this is DSP decorated series paper. Here's some, see these two stuck together. Encyclopedia page there. So just random pages. Okay, so we're going to be using some of those, and these are all papers that I used in this first one. Okay, so now this one, like I said, I was just trying to use up some scraps. So this one is 1.5 by 8. This one's going to be a little difference in size because I'm using the scraps that I have. These scraps are 2.25 by 7.5. Okay. And I did 4 strips on that one, so I had 4 strips all the same size, so we'll do 4 strips again. but just the height and the width is just a little bit different. Okay, so you can make the booklet any size you want. Okay, you can do as many pages as you want. I'd keep it probably maybe 4 to 5. You don't want it to be too bulky. You want to be able to fit it and slide it in a pocket or clip it in on the side of a page, something like that. But if you put too many pages, I think it would, you know, get a little bit bulky, but that's totally up to you. Okay, so now when you're doing them, I just spread them out and you just start getting to play. Put your elements down and kind of see what you could come up with. Kind of spread them out here. Let me kind of move this stuff out of the way for the current moment and see what we could come up with. Now, like I said, I kind of try to keep them. You want to allow at least about 1/2 inch at the top for your closure point, you know, for however you're going to join the pieces together up at the top. So leave about 1/2 inch at the top. Okay, and let's see. If I go 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches, that'll give me plenty. So let's go about 2 inch blocks. Okay, so where's my, and that's another reason why I use just a white colored pencil, just to kind of give myself an idea where I need to stop. But we can do that last, okay? So then what I did is I just started tearing and playing. So let me scoot my seat back a little bit so I can put this Happy Scraps in my lap. And we're just gonna start tearing off some small pieces and seeing what we can come up with. Okay, so maybe one there, one there, one there. Oh, I like that color, pretty, some of that pink. Maybe one of those down here. Maybe one there. Or maybe we could do, maybe we can make our clusters a little bit bigger on this one and just do 2 on each. We can do 2, 2, 2, and 2. Let's do that. Then we can make our pieces a little bit bigger. Oh, I like that gold. Let's do that one. That one's a little bit bigger. Let's do that one. And just kind of put your pieces down. Work with your orientation where you want them. That's pretty. Okay, so we have one of those on each of them. So here I've got some book page. Let's see if we need 2, 4, 6, 8 pieces of book page. Let's see if I can get 8 pieces. One, 2. And just kind of play with them however you want. Clusters are always fun. Not much color on that little piece, so I'm going to go ahead and discard that one. I'm just looking for a piece with some different colors. There's a little blue in this one. I like that. Okay, we need one over there. Okay. Okay, that's a start. All right, let's see what else we've got. Do we want some of this corrugated paper? Maybe. Let's take a look. And just keep it really simple. Don't think too much about it. Just go for it. It's not too bad. Do the orientation of the paper different, so they each, even though they all have the same papers, you get a different, little bit of a different look to each one. I'm just kind of getting a feel. We can still do some playing around before we do any sticking them down. This is just nothing final yet. Maybe that one. Nothing final. Okay, so we got a little something for texture on there. So that's 3 pieces. All right, so that's enough paper. We got 3 paper pieces. Then let's see, maybe a number or a word. Let's see. And some of these have long word numbers. We can cut those in half if we want. Don't necessarily have to have that big number on there. You can cut those down. This one's got a blue number. Maybe put this one, since there's a lot of blue on this one. I think that one would go there. Okay. There it goes. Put that one with that. Maybe cut this one in half also, huh? Cut this one with the C going this way. Okay, and then we've got some, let's see what these little elements are here. They're just some little specimen labels. Got some mushrooms. Let's see, they're kind of small. I don't know. Do we want to put one of the birds on there? Maybe. They're a good size. Since our clusters are a little bit bigger on these ones, that one might look nice. Let's put one bird on each one. And maybe one butterfly on each one. Let's see. We got a bird, a bird. Let's do one of these. Maybe that one. And that one. Okay, and then let's see what we got for butterflies. That's kind of big. Maybe that one. that one. I think I like that one with the pink. Let's see what else I've got here. Okay, so we got 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, so we've got an element, oops, we've got a larger element, focal element on each of those. Okay, so do we need to bring in a label? Possibly. We've got the word. Maybe that. Maybe we could put the word on the label. That might look good. Maybe we could do something like that on that one. Here's a specimen label. We can use that one on there. Maybe that one on there. So let's just play around, see what we can come up with. And I think that's good. Okay, so now we need our glue and some little ink for where we tore the pieces. If we need to do any touch-ups on the edges of the papers, we may need to. And we just start gluing everything down now and get everything positioned where we want it, okay? So let's do that. All right, let's see. So let's take these top pieces off for a moment and work with these ones. Okay, what happened to my word, my number? Did I scoop it up? It disappeared on me. Okay, well, I'm gonna put a little ink around the edges of this bird. He's just a little too white around the paper edges. Tone him down just a bit. And we're just going to go through this real quick. Okay, so that's 5 pieces on that cluster. And the good thing about these little happy scraps is you've got color on both sides, so you've just got to kind of play with it and see which side you want to work with. You know, which side you want to be on the top and which one you want to be on the bottom. Makes it so much fun. Okay. And keep them somewhat straight there. And then you just there we go, one done. Now, do we really need that one? Why not? Let me bring a little ink to it though. Okay, that's one. I think I want that red to be on the top. Drop my little number label there. I'm going to try and center that right in the middle here. Alrighty. I really am enjoying this concept of happy scraps. I'll tell you, I'm not a big fan of letting my scraps accumulate, but when I do, this will be one way I will be using them for sure. Put a little ink on this number. There we go. 2. And I have to try and move a little faster so we can get this all done, huh? that one got a little crooked, but still okay. I think I'm going to put him at an angle. All right, on to the next one. Let's see, that's my biggest piece. Uh-oh, one just went flying. I don't know what it is. See, when I start trying to feeling pressured for time, I start going haywire here. We gotta bring that down just a tad. And do this side. Grab that piece that one went flying there. Okay. There's my texture piece. I need that, don't I? Okay, so we'll put the bird on this one since we have a butterfly on the bottom. Okay, that's that one. One more. Just a fun little collaged paper element to add to your journal pages. Already pre-made, and then when you're ready to use them, you just tear them away and stick them on a project. I'm going to put a little ink on this one. Little ink on here. Try and get that one a little straighter. Okay, one more. Always fun collaging. Can't go wrong with it. Cannot go wrong. So on these happy scraps, I used black, white, a kind of, I don't remember the exact blue, but like a turquoise blue. I used a metallic gold, a crimson red, and then I used Tim Holtz Distress Spray inks, like a burnt orange and a pickled raspberry. And that's what I got out of all these scraps here. And some white. And you can't even really see the white, but I think they came out very nice. They make me very happy. I love the term happy scraps. I really do. So kudos to you, Louise, coming up with that. So fun. All right, there's our Tearaway clusters ready. Now you can leave them as is and they'll be ready to be put in our booklet, or if you want to do the perforated little notches with like a pencil, you can do so, you know, something like that. And just try to kind of keep them all in the same space, same area, you know, to make them look more like a kind of like a ticket book. Okay, all right, so those are ready. Then we just need to make our booklet, and these were 2 and 2.5, and I think I've pre-cut my 2 pieces and just make it a little bit bigger than the size of your tickets. Okay, and we're going to get them lined up and straight, and then all I did on my other one was I got them all lined up and I just put 1 staple. These ones are a little bit wider, so I'll do 2 on this one. Get them lined up nice and straight because I want to kind of shift on you a little bit. So just get them lined up. And I'm just going to do 2 staples. Just like that. Staples won't be able to be seen. Okay. And then I need my scoreboard. And on our cover papers, I think I did a 1/2 inch score line on each one. Let me check that. We're going to go 5/8 since this one's a little bit bigger. So I'm going to go to 5/8 and do a score. And 5/8 and do a score. Okay. Hold those back. Let's check that. Fits perfectly. And then that fold covers your staples perfectly, just like that. Okay, now we got to put our notebook together. So 1 flap, 1 of the flaps is going to be the top and 1 flap is going to be the bottom. Okay, and you're going to put it to the behind so it doesn't show. Okay, so we're going to glue these 2 pieces down like so. So just butt them up next to each other, get them nice and even, and glue them together. Now, if you have like a 12 by 12 inch paper, or depending on the length of your collage strips, you know, 1 piece of paper may be long enough. But I used 8.5 by 11, so that's why I have to use 2 strips. Okay, so there's your little notepad right there. Okay, just like that. Okay, then this will go in just like so. See how it kind of wants to. They tend to want to kind of, and that's why I did the belly band. They tend to want to kind of do the wonky thing a little bit, just because it's daily paper and the wax paper, I guess. They want to just kind of do their own little shifting and sliding. So get them positioned nice and straight. And then we are gonna glue it into our booklet. Okay, and I just put a strip of glue right along there, and a strip of glue, oops, right along the top. Okay, and that's the basic construction of our tablet, our booklet. Okay, now we just need to decorate it. Okay, but we don't want this, now that my glue is all over my fingers, excuse that. We need to just trim that off just a bit because it's going to be like a matchbook closure, and we don't need that to go all the way up because we glued that down some. So we just need to trim off about 1/4 inch. Okay, we want it to go in, but we don't want it to go all the way up. Just like that. Let's see how far we want it to go. There we go. Yep, just like that. Okay, now we're ready to decorate. And for that, we're going to use some more of the same papers, just because they're so pretty. What I say this was 2.5 inches. So I'm going to cut myself a strip 2.5 inches in length. And let's see, I'm going to go just shy of 2.5 inches. Oh, just need to cut that off. Okay, and then let's see how long we need this to be. Let's open that back up. And trim that up. I'm just going to turn it right over. And trim that off. Okay, I'm going to flip it over and we can glue that down. And get it in position. Try to. I think that's good. And glue it down. Okay. There we go. Isn't that pretty? See how it kind of wants to do the little puffy thing? And that's just from the deli paper. Okay. So that's why I created a belly band. And we'll do a belly band on this one as well. Very cute. Okay. And then I love polka dot paper. I love polka dots. And I like the color. I thought that added a little bit of vibrance to that. So I did a butterfly, die cut butterfly out of that. And then just ran a strip of that right here. So we will do that as well. Let's see. I'm just going to do it like this. Eyeball it. Get it more precise. Good. And I'll use the dots as a guideline as to where to cut, which is very helpful. And I think I did that. Perfect. But I am going to bring in a little ink. Okay, very nice. So now let's do our belly band. And we will do that out of this paper as well. Well, no, we're going to do the butterfly out of this paper. So we will do, let's see. Let's cut this tag out and see if this tag will go around. We could probably use this tag. This tag is pretty. See how that looks. And that kind of clashes a little bit, doesn't it? Actually, that looks good. We'll go with this. And we'll just bring this up. And cut a straight line out of this. We'll go 2 inches. We'll do a 2-inch. Get that side straight first. Okay, let's just wrap this around and get it the. Now when you're doing belly bands, you want it snug, but you don't want it too tight to where it's not gonna slide off and on freely, okay? So do keep that in mind when you're making your belly bands. You don't want to pull it too tight and make it too tight. So let's check that. And that feels good right there, okay? So I like that fold. All right. Cut that right about there. That'll work. Okay, our glitter glue does dry so darn fast. And in all this mess, I've misplaced my pin. Okay. I'll bring in a little ink to the edges of that. Just to tie that in with the brown on the booklet. kind of nice and dark, I think. Okay. Slide that on. Oh yeah, very cute. Okay. And let's bring some ink to the butterfly so he will stand out a little bit better. And let's see, I need a book page of some sort. Try and ink him up a little bit. There you go. And we could even bring another. Nah, let's see. Haven't done that second layered one. I think I'm like the idea of the wings up just a bit. Okay, so there it is. We could bring a little word something up here. Let's see what I've got. Remembrance of things to come. Do you think that will fit? Let me see. No, it's too long. Let's see. I don't really like any of those things. Could just put a specimen label up here. I like this little dragonfly though. Okay, so that's it, guys. That is my Tearaway collage sheet, notepad, booklet. Here's my pin. Thank you very much. All right, so here's the one I made off camera. It is 1.5 by 8. It's got a belly band closure. Again, just like with the little matchbook, flip top and tearaway like so. It's got 4 strips of 3 on each. Okay, position that wherever you want. And then this one is 2.5 by, what did I say? 2.5 by just shy under 8 by 7 7/8. 2.5 by 8. Okay, again, just like a matchbook notepad, and it's catching on something there. What is that catching on? There we go. Okay, with a little belly band, and it's got two tearaway clusters on each with 4 strips. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Something on there. Okay. Very cute. Very easy. Very fun. Great project to use up your scraps. If you haven't tried the happy scraps before, give it a try. It will definitely make you happy. You will have fun with it. Okay, put that back in, slide that up, slide that on, and there we go. Okay, so I hope you like my project today. Please hit that subscribe button, give me a like, leave me a comment. Until the next video, guys, you guys take care, be blessed. Bye-bye.